Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. A subscriber, excuse me, a subscriber of mine told me about this line of coloring books. They have color by number books and then just your standard coloring book also. And this is by Talanova Liudmila. Let me zoom in and you can see that name yourself, if you can make that out. I believe it's Talanova Liudmila. Let's see if it says anything. Yeah. Okay. Talanova Liudmila. So let's zoom back out, and there's a whole line of these books. I got these three, but there are definitely more than just these three out there. There's a number of color by number books, which are well, a little bit different. And you will see what I mean by that. I'm going to leave this for the last flip through. This is series 2. Okay, but let's look at these others first. This one is called Coloring Books Tropical Animals. This is Coloring Books Adults, again by Talanova Liudmila. And 60 Relaxing and Stress Relieving Patterns. This is volume 2. And it's Coloring Books for Adults Animals series. So I don't know if there's a volume 1. Could very well be. Here is your nameplate page. And okay, see, I have not looked through this book myself. Here are little thumbnails of all the pictures that are on each picture, or on each page, sorry. So let's say you really love this lion. You could just go directly to page 46. Well, that's kind of neat. I like it when they do that. Like, oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous hummingbird. Ooh, that would be my first one. And that's on page 40. So let's flip through here and let's just look at these animals. Oh, ain't he cute? Now this looks almost Zentangly, and I hope they're not all like, I know a lot of you guys like Zentangly type of pictures. I'm not one for that. I don't like all these little itty bitty things. You know, maybe once in a while, take like your ultra fine, you know, Sharpies or something, but here we have some cute giraffes. Now this one doesn't have the Zentangle in it. This one does. That could be kind of fun though. Take your fine liners. These are single-sided, so your alcohol markers would work. It is Amazon paper though, so you do have a little bit of bleed over of lines. When these lines are this fine, I think your fine liners, you know, your water-based fine liners would work better. Because look at all the detail in these trees. Yeah, I think your water-based fine liners would work great in here. Oh, look at the little baby in the pouch. And here we have a little bit simpler one. Oh, isn't he pretty? And look how they did the tree. You know, you could definitely color like darker brown through here and then maybe lighter or vice versa. So they kind of have some of the stuff in there for you. And it's not saying you have to color every single little detail. You could color all of this, say, blue or red or what have you. You know, you don't have to color each little shape. Very similar to like Millie Murata's books. She has so many teeny little shapes. So many little bitty shapes and stuff in her pictures, and you don't have to color all them separately, you know, different colors. You can color over some of those shapes. Big cobra. Big cobra with really pretty flowers beside it. Did you see that? It's kind of an oxymoron, isn't it? Oh, tons of zing. Boy, I can't talk tonight. Zentangles. Oh, man, oh, man. Oh, isn't that pretty? I could just see, you know, using so many bright colors. You know, they don't have to be realistic. You know, some of these birds are very bright colored, but, you know, you could use like yellow, orange, or red, or, you know, in blues and whatever, you know. Throw all these colors together on some of this. Ooh, so pretty. Look at all the foliage and stuff on here. Hibiscus flowers. And I know you would color this as a black bird. If you haven't subscribed to Anne, A Colorful Life, you won't have any idea what I'm talking about. But for those of you who have been watching Anne's videos, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's hilarious. Now here is a simplistic one that does not have the zentangle in. And I do, like I said, I prefer this type of picture over the one with all the little bits and pieces. Here we have some flamingos. Well, we have a number of different birds, don't we? Another book that doesn't like to put all their portraits together and landscapes together. Oh, isn't he pretty? Ooh, so he is not zentangled, and then the background is. That's different. Couldn't you see doing him with like alcohol marker and then going in with pencil and shading on his mane and stuff? His face. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that crocodile. Or alligator. I'm never sure which one is which, so... Oh my goodness. That really could be one colorful elephant, couldn't it? And we have our camel. Oh, and a toucan. Another one that could be so bright and colorful, and then in addition to the flowers. Oh, and here we have the elephant and the giraffe. With, again, without the zentangles. Oh my heavens. How would you even color that? Let me zoom in. Even with ultra fine markers, fine liners. There's no way. You would have to color that all. I mean, that's impossible. I love Panda Bears. But you would have to color this all one color and just, you know, call it good. Wow, that is unbelievable. It had to have been drawn bigger and then shrunk down on the page, right? Because there's no way you could draw it like that. No way. Oh my goodness, they should have left it a little bit bigger. Wow. You know, put a little bit less border, or background I should say, and left him a little bit bigger. Yeah, because that's impossible. I don't mind doing a really detailed picture once in a while, but that one's impossible even for me. Oh my gosh, aren't they cute? I love it. Oh, cool. Oh, look at him. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, and another pretty elephant. And again, you know, like here, you would color these all one color. You don't have to color every single line a different color. If you can see that even up on the monitor, I guess you can. You know, you can. There's definitely nobody saying you can't, but you definitely wouldn't have to. And here we have a zebra and some giraffes. Oh boy, look at the gorilla. Now at least these lines are a little bit thicker. So I would think if you wanted to use alcohol markers on this one, it would be much easier than those really thin line pictures. Oh my gosh. Look at the fine lines on that one. Wow. It's almost like gray lines. And there's no way, again, like that other picture, there's no way that you could get in here and color each one of these, even with fine liners. I don't know. Even these bamboo back here. Wow. Wowie, wowie. There are some pictures in here I definitely wouldn't be coloring. Now here's an easier one. It doesn't, you know, even have a background. You could put in your own background with pastels or whatever. Now that would be a fun one to do. It's not Zentangled and it still has enough detail to it, you know, for those of you that like doing, you know, more of the colored version, you know, colored drawn in backgrounds. Get it out, Lisa, get it out. Aw, isn't that cute? They are adorable. Oh, look at the simplistic one of these. Now these panda bears you could color in, and they're just a loving him, right? That's cute. Look at him. Again, I could just see all kinds of bright colors on him. Oh, and we have the frog. Oh, I could really see like blues and greens and yellows. Wouldn't that be pretty? Oh, and we have a crab with flowers on. Again, could make that crab so colorful. A much simpler picture. Quite the opposite of some of the others. And another simpler one. This would be fun to do in pastels, to do the water too, and the sky. Or do marker, alcohol marker, and then, you know, use pencil or gel pen, whatever. Possibilities are endless in coloring. Here we have some zebras. Oh, look at him. Oh, I forgot what the name of this thing is. Oh, I know somebody can tell me down in the comments. I know you guys know the name of that thing. I just can't think of it. Because I remember this long thing. Okay, anyhow. Oh, look at that elephant. Now again, one that is simpler, not Zentangled, that would be a fun one for me to color. And there we have another crocodile. Alligator. See, now this one has the shorter snout. The other one had the long snout. Which one is which? I think this is the alligator, right? And the long snout one is the crocodile? Or do I have that backwards? I don't know. I can't keep them separate. Oh, that's the hummingbird. Darn, I was hoping it wouldn't be a Zentangled one. Shoot. I'm still going to have to do this one, though. Do it with some fine liners. Yep, yep, yep. I am going to have to. It's my favorite bird. Aw, the little babies are having fun. Together. Again, a little bit easier picture. Here is another one with very fine lines. So if you love the fine lines, this would be a great book for you because there's quite a few pictures in here that have the very thin, fine lines. Like the Zentangle, I'm not a big lover of the fine lines, but there's so many of the other pictures too that, you know, that's not a problem. This is a rather large book, so. Pretty well. There we have another elephant. Boy, we gotta keep flipping this book. Oh, look at that lion. Lots of different shapes in him. Wowie, wowie. Again, very detailed. Looks like he's smiling. I love how them dolphins look. Oh, and then there's a baby too. They always look like they're smiling, like they're so happy. Oh, here's another hummingbird. This one has almost grayish lines to it. Not quite as entangly as the other one. So I'll have to do maybe this one rather than the other. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, here we go again. Crocodile or alligator? I think it's crocodile. Oh, he looks like a happy hippo. Very simplistic picture. Little Mr. Happy Hippo. Ooh, again, very detailed camel. Well, I think I got two of them there. Yes. Oh, look at that turtle. That's cool. Wow. That would take a while to do, because even the background is pretty detailed on that one. Oh, cute. Now, you know, the shapes and stuff on that one isn't quite so bad. They're quite a bit larger than some of the other pages. Oh, look at this Stingray. Boy, there are lots of pages in here. It would take a while to get through this book. And like I said, I know this is not one that I would color every picture in. Because they're like this one. There's not only fine lines, but the shapes are so teeny. Like I said, though, that is something that some people love. Oh, that's cute. See, now this picture is more my speed. Oh, that is gorgeous. Pretty. Oh, he's pretty too. The Majestic Cats. See, can't think of the name of that one either. I got to pay closer attention to the Nature Channel. We have that on quite a bit. Can't remember what nights it is when there's nothing on regular TV, so we turn it to PBS and we watch the Nature Channel. And it has stuff like that on there. And it's like, I can't remember the names. Oh, another bird. You could make lots of pretty bright colors. All right, and that is it. And here is a from the author page. Asking if you'd leave a comment on Amazon. And again, it says Talanova Liudmila Coloring Books. Okay, and that is it. As is the case with so many coloring books, we do have a couple of little thumbnails from pictures inside the book. Again, there are 60 drawings of tropical animals in this book. It's composed of 60 drawings of tropical animals to color. Each page has an enchanting design, and each image is placed on its own page to allow you to easily remove and frame your favorite drawings. So there you have it. That is the first book of the set of 3. So yeah, this is going to be kind of a long video. I maybe took too long to flip through that, but all right, the next one is Coloring Books. It's Female Beauty, and again by Talanova Liudmila. This is the front cover. Isn't that gorgeous? Then here on the back, again, there are 60 drawings in this book. I won't spend quite as much time flipping through this one as I did the other. Again, basically saying the same thing as with the other one, but it's composed of 60 drawings of female beauty to color. So the rest of it is the same as on there. So let's see what pictures are in here. I know a lot of us love to color faces, you know, portraits. So I thought, oh, let's see what's in this one. Now again, this one says Female Beauty Series Volume 1, which makes me think that maybe in the future she's going to be coming out with more. But you never know. I don't know. I guess she just left herself open for that possibility. And I didn't look, I don't think, through all of her books that maybe there is another one. I don't think there is at the moment, but so here's your nameplate page. And again, like the other one, you get a thumbnail of all of the pages, so you can go specifically to a certain page if you want to. So let's look at the pictures again. And here we have the mom holding the baby. And again, we do have some zentangling in this book. Oh, God. That is pretty. Now, that's my kind of picture. Oh, that is so pretty. And I could see doing this whole entire thing in alcohol marker. Oh, yes. Yeah, now see, this one is not my style. For others, it probably is. You know, it's kind of nice that we all like different things, because that way, you know, all these different authors, illustrators sell their books. Beauty free, it says down here. And a sugar skull in here. Oh, and they're kissing. That's cute. And we have a photographer, a more simple one. You could do a neat background on there. Oh, that is pretty too. Look at all the flowers. Gorgeous. She reminds me of an anime character. Oh, so cute. Look at her eyes. It'd be fun doing that hair. Oh, that is pretty too. I like it when the faces are bigger. You know, they're a little bit easier and more fun to color, at least in my opinion. Not everybody would think that, but look at her neck. Is that not weird? Maybe it's supposed to be a turtleneck, you know, under her sweater. I don't know. Or it is just a sweater with a turtleneck. That's what it looks like. Oh, look at the pretty braid. Oh, that's cute. It's kind of nice once in a while to have the profile facial picture. You don't get them too often. Oh, and she's eating an ice cream cone. Yum. She looks cold. That's here right now. Nice hot cocoa, even with the big mittens on. Oh, pizza. Pizza and ice cream. Wow, they're making me hungry. That's cute. Big rat on her head. Wow. Oh, Lordy. Oh, that's neat. There's different ethnicities in here too. Nice. Oh my, look at that hairdo. See, now that's a nice big. Oh, that's pretty too. I know, I keep saying that, right? Oh no, that's really different too. Look at these gorgeous flowers again. Oh. Love it. Another profile one. She's holding a dragon. I just seen that. And as usual, I will leave links down in the description to these books. Holy cow, a lot of profile pics. It's nice to see one with glasses. It's another one you don't see too often. Same with somebody with freckles. Very rarely will you see a gal with freckles in any portrait books. Look at the tattoos on her. Whew. That one's even bigger than the big fairy I have on my back. I have a really gorgeous, colorful fairy on my back. I'll have to show you sometime. In a picture, not on me. Yeah, we won't do that. Wow. So pretty. So many different ways of, you know, coloring the hair. More detailed one. Ooh, that one would take a while. Oh, that could be so pretty though. Look at the lashes on her. Ooh. Another one with a more detailed background. So many of these you could do really pretty pastel or marker backgrounds or whatever. Say cheese. Looks, you know, who has a camera like that anymore? Everybody uses their phone. Well, not everybody. We do have our professionals who have their nice big fancy cameras. Oh, look at that here. Wow. I think she's caught in a windstorm. Oh my. Very pretty. That's different too. Oh, very detailed one. She's gorgeous. And we are about to the end. And here we have one that is, whoops, sorry, did I bump you guys? No, now I did though. Landscape one. Here we have an archer. And a little dog. Another landscape one. It's always harder to flip once you get to the back, right? Well, you know, I said I like bigger, you know, faces, bigger portraits. I sure got it in that one, didn't I? Can't get much bigger than that. With just, you know, otherwise you'd see an eyeball and that's about it. She's drinking coffee. For all you coffee lovers. Ah, isn't that cute? Drinking their wine. The girlfriend's night out. Okay, and that was it. Again, from the author page. And that is it for that book. So yeah, these are rather thick books. Now, the one I said I was going to save for last is one of her color by number books. Now, this is, like I said, from series 2, so I'm not sure if there is a series 1. I know there were a number of other color by number books that didn't appeal to me quite as much as this one did. On the back, we do have, again, it's really glaring, isn't it? There we go. We do have a couple of samples. It says, this book by Talanova Liudmila Coloring Books is composed of 10 drawings of beautiful landscapes. Enter the wonderful landscapes of these full-page images. Colorists can achieve realistic effects and perfect shading with the help of lightly printed numbers that correspond to a simple color key. Well, I just had a very quick glance inside this book, and I wouldn't say it's a simple color key at all. And I'll show you why I say that. Okay, here as usual we have the title page. Again, it says volume 2, so, and this is the Coloring Books for Adults Landscapes series. Okay, oh, and this is in color. The other ones weren't, and this has more of a glossy sheen to it, and it's rather smooth, different than the other books. Here we have some samples that are in color, which is a very nice touch. And then, are you ready for it? We get into the book itself. Bam! Look at this gorgeous picture, but look at this colored palette. And she said simplistic. Oh my heavens. Look at these colors. Do you see all that? We have 26 over here, and then 14 more. So we have 40 colors in this picture. Now, let me zoom in a little closer. Look at the detail. Oh, like I said, when I flipped this open and just looked at a picture or two, I'm like, oh my heavens. Wowie, wowie. And these books are a little bit pricier than some of the others, and now I can see why. It has to take forever to draw one of these pictures. Let me zoom you back out a little bit, and let's look at the next picture. Keep catching my cord on from my mic, and so I keep bouncing you. Oh, isn't he stunning? But I think this one would be impossible to do, because again, I'm going to zoom you all the way in. Look at all these browns. How in the world would you distinguish and match up these? Now, like these, every single one of these look black to me. You know, that one's a little bit lighter, but, you know, and this one's more on the dark, dark blue side. These all look like black. So, yeah, it's like, huh? Like in through here, I know there are slight variations. You know, like I'm sure some of these are very dark brown. But yeah, I would find that absolutely impossible. And when you look down at the picture, yeah, I mean, we have 35 in here and 32. 32 is just a tad lighter. It's probably a very dark chocolate brown. But yeah, we have 29, which looks like black. 12 is lighter. 24, yeah, look, you know, so like I said, it's just, you know, and I'm sure they have this colored in version for you to look at also. But for this one, I don't know. To me, this is not a good picture to have put in this book, because there is just so much of the same color throughout the picture. So yeah, in my opinion, some of you may like that. To me, it's rather impossible to color. You just can't pick out the colors that they want you to. Oh, now that is pretty. Let's zoom in a little bit, because I'm kind of far out. That I like. You know, we have the winter scene with the buildings, and then we have these pretty birds up here. A little bit more simplistic of a color palette, although, again, some of these colors are so similar, I would use the same marker or pen for each of these. There's no way to distinguish like these three colors. Nah. And, you know, I would look down in here and see, okay, this is 14 and this is 13. See what difference there is over here between 14 and 13. Well, those two colors there's enough of a difference where I you know, could tell. Some of them, no. So I guess I wouldn't even bother, you know. And it would look just fine. So, yeah, that's what I would do. But I like that picture. Oh, that's pretty. Yes, that would be a fun one. And this is one where pretty much all the colors are distinguishable. These two blues, maybe not. They're very similar. But the majority of these colors are more unique, that I think this one would be easier. Even though there are 30 total colors, that one would be a little bit easier to do. We have quite open spaces up here, so the whole entire picture does not have the real teeny tiny. But we do have it, you know, down here. Again, because there are so many itty bitty little, you know, spaces where they may have numbers in there, but you would need a magnifying glass. Literally would need a magnifying glass. But you can also refer up to there too, and, you know, kind of do your own thing. But yeah, there are itty bitty numbers in there. Holy Hannah. I don't know. They had to have, again, this, I would almost think this had to have been blown up to be drawn and to have those itty bitty numbers put in there and then, you know, shrunk down for this book or something, because there's no way you could write those numbers that small. There's just no way. I don't care how good you are. There's no way. Okay, let's see what the next picture is. Oh, that's kind of neat too. And this one has 26 colors. Now there are some greens in here too that look quite similar. A lot of them are pretty different. A couple of them are kind of similar, but again, like in the other cases, and depending on where these greens are down here, 18 and 19, I guess I wouldn't worry. Let me look at, now 18 is just a tad darker than 19. Let's see if that cactus, no, that's 19 and 23, and that's why you can distinguish the two different greens here, because 23 is darker. But if I find like an 18 and 19 together, and we'll see what it looks like up in the colorized version. No, they're not together anywhere on here. So I guess, you know, I would use the same green throughout this picture. That's, again, just me, but I don't know how else you would be able to do it. Okay, another neat picture with, you know, something that's not going to take up the entire picture of being incredibly difficult. This is for those of you who like the extreme challenge. This one only has 17 colors in it, so much different than the first one that had 40. But again, we do have, you know, some detail. To me, this is the easiest picture so far out of all of them, because we do have this number 1, which is the sky, and the sky comes in, you know, behind and within the foliage. So to me, this one, yeah, so far would be the easiest of them all, and that is just a very light, I would say a warm gray. So yeah, to me that one would be easier. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at the mountains back here. And that's why they're so detailed. But look at how realistic that looks. Beautiful. Now this one has 26 colors. Again, some of them quite similar, but I would say overall they're quite unique. Now, of course, you would have to do this with fine liners. And you would need a very large set of fine liners. I have the 100 set of the, I believe they're the shuttle arts. I am getting the new, I think it's 120 set of the Ink Onyx from Arteza, and I'm going to be swatching those out once I receive them, because I do have the, what is it, 72 set of them. I want to compare what the new colors are in the 120 set. So that will be a future video. I have not even received them yet, but I think that 120 set of Ink Onyx fine liners would be great for this book. Yes, because the larger set you have of fine liners, the nicer it'll be to try to match up all of these colors. So let's look down at the... oh, that dog. This one is not as detailed either. Except for up in the mountains, of course. There are these little bits, but a lot of these are going to be the same color. So, yeah. A little more detailed down here when you're down in the water, because it's reflecting off the building. But, yeah. Another really pretty picture. Oh, look at that, the skyline. All these beautiful flowers. Oh my gosh, people, there are only 13 colors in that picture, and they are all pretty unique. A lot of blues, as you can tell. But yeah, this is one where you could really easily pick out the colors. Now, I would say 11 and 13, if I look at it without the glare of the light. Yeah, 11 and 13 are extremely, extremely close. I think 11 is supposed to be a very, very dark green, and then 13 is black. At least that's what I can see. But if we, you know, zoom in again and look at the detail, like here's all your 8s, which is your pretty red. So this would be, you know, as far as color palette, this is by far the easiest. Yeah, okay. Like I said, different than that buffalo in that very first picture with 40 colors. Here we have another scenic picture with the buildings and then being reflected in the water. This one has 26 colors. And yeah, some of them are similar again. But again, I guess I wouldn't worry about distinguishing the colors then in the actual coloring, you know, picture, the color by number picture, because if they're that close, to me, it doesn't matter then. So, okay, let's look at the next one. Oh, that's pretty. And it's warm there. Looks like Tahiti or something. Vacation time. Here we have 39 colors. You know, on that last one, I didn't even pay attention. Maybe there are. No, I thought maybe there were additional colors over here that I didn't even look at, because there's always 26 on this side, it seems. So we have the 26, and then we have, you know, more over here. So this one has a lot of colors in again, like the first picture. Wowie, wowie. And here we, you know, they always go from the lightest color, if you've noticed that, down to the darkest. So, yeah. Again, we have a lot that are real similar in color. And that's it. That is the end of the 10th picture. So there are only 10 pictures in here, but you definitely can see why there are only 10 pictures, because of the detail. Here is, again, your note from the author. And in this one, we do have a blank sheet in the back, which is, again, nice for the color by number books. You can kind of swatch out your colors, see if they're going to match up with the color palette, see if it's color you want. Again, on the back, we do have some samples from inside the book itself. I don't remember seeing the one that's on the front cover and depicted right here. Did we see that? Did we see her? Because that was the reason I got this one. Strictly because of her. Was she in here? Oh yeah, she was the very first one with all them blasted colors. I forgot. Oh yeah. And like I said, some of these that are so similar, I'm not going to worry about. But oh yes, this is by far my favorite. I got that tipped at an angle. You guys can't even hardly see it. I had it facing towards me. Yeah, that would be one I would do first. Just to, even though it has the most colors in it, again, the ones that are real similar, I'm not going to worry about it. Some of these now I can tell, you know, it's a super dark brown versus a black down here. But yeah, wouldn't worry about like number 13 and 21. 21 may be a hair darker. You know, a lot of these colors, now that I look at them, they are very distinguishable, but depending on, yeah, the size of your fine liner set, you may not be able to, you know, match. I mean, chances are you're not going to be able to match. You know, even if you had the 150 set of Prismacolor or, you know, Holbein's or whatever, you know, you may not be able to match all these colors if you did this with pencil. And some of this you may have to do with colored pencil, you know, now that I mention that and I think of that. If you sharpen your colored pencils to a very sharp point, maybe that would be the way to go on some of this, because, yeah, even your fine liners, boy, I don't know. I guess I'd have to try it and find out. It's the only way to see, right? But yeah, I would have to take my magnifying glass. I don't care how good your eyesight is, how young you are, how good your eyes are yet. So anyhow, I'm rambling on. This video got to be much longer than what I thought it was going to be. A lot, because these first two books are very, very thick. So yeah, I will link these three. Let me zoom back out now. We'll link them down below if you would like to try them out. Again, she does have other books out there. At least I'm assuming it's a she. Sounds like Talanova would be a woman. Liudmila, I think is how it's pronounced. Even though it's L-I-U, I think it's Liudmila. So yeah, anyhow, thank you for watching, for joining me in on the flip-throughs of these three books. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you are new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a terrific day, and as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.